Okay, we're gonna start with the first question. So all you need to do is open an Excel file, make it empty, line Excel, then change the sheet name here Q1. So create a spreadsheet to display the timetable for any number you choose to enter. So here maybe put a simple number, and here will be the numbers that we want to multiply. Just gonna put 1, 2 until 15. Make it down to 15. And then here is gonna be the answer. So multiplication. So we want to take 1 multiply with 3, and then you replicate this. So when you replicate, the thing is it changes. So we want to make it fixed. We want to lock the cell A1. So that means we're going to put $ to lock it. So this is called absolute referencing, the one with $. So when you lock it, it won't change. It will fix to A1. Okay, that's task 1. Let's save this in desktop. Save. Okay, so let me bold, and then second sheet, let's put it as Q2. So we're going to copy this spreadsheet model to look like this first, then we're going to calculate total number of hours, average, maximum and minimum to fill it up. So bold, Control B, 12.8, name, hours, there we go. So just type exactly. Can I have any grammar, not grammar, spelling error? Let me resize. This one we want it to be in pound. So change this to look like this. To calculate the total, that means you need to sum all the cells here. We bold this as well. Then average is average. So you need to know which function to use for each situation. So these are basics, maximum, max for max, maximum, and min for minimum. And then task 20H. So John Race did an extra 4 hours. We don't want to change the original data, so that's why I'm doing a formula here. So we want to show the number, the average here, in both integer value, as an integer value, and round up to the nearest whole number. So integer and round. So for integer, the function is int. The number that we want is this. And you say 16. It doesn't round up because it only takes the whole number part of your number. So that means before your decimal place. But if it is round and then 0, because we want 0 decimal place, you get 70 because it rounds to the nearest whole number. So that's the difference between int and round. So we change the sheet name here to Q3 because it's question 2 to question 3. So create a new one. We're going to open project.csv. And then copy this and then paste it here. Then this one we don't need because we're going to continue in our own spreadsheet. So let's resize. Control S. So we're going to calculate, put a function here and here. So here is to count the number of workers who still have job to finish. So under each of their name, there is number of tasks that's pending. So if they've got a name and then it's empty, then they already finished their work. So we're going to calculate how many cells here got number, because Those are the workers that have pending tasks. So to count just the number, you use count and then highlight to here, enter. So you get 7. And then we want to calculate total number of people involved in this project. There are a few ways. First method you can do is I count the number of people with pending task, so which is just like what we did earlier on, plus with number of people who already finished their work. That means they are under their name it's empty. So I calculate how many cells is empty. So count blank. Same range. Highlight. Then close. Got 9 people. This is one way. Let me show. Later I show formula. Oh, never mind. I just copy this. Just show it here. Okay. You don't need to write this. This is just for your reference. Another method is you count all the cells that you have here. Everything here. You minus out just the numbers. You minus out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the remainings are just the words. Count, highlight again the range, and this is one way of doing it. You will get the same answer because you are literally counting the same thing. This is one way. So you have two methods to do this, either this or this. Both are okay, not wrong. So we're going to continue. This is Q4 part 1. We're going to do Q4 part 2. We're going to open staff.csv. Here again, and paste. Cancel this. It doesn't need as clipboard. And then resize. It's a must thing to do. Okay, this lists some workers on another job and list each worker's job. So this is the name and their job here. So place the formula in B24, which is here, until B28 to count how many type of workers are employed in this project. So it means that we need to count how many directors, how many analysts that we have here. Then in cell B32 and 31, we need to calculate based on their experience, which is this column. So let's do this one first. We're going to calculate directors. So we're going to use count because we want to count how many of them, and we're going to use count if because that's a criteria. One bracket. In this range, you can include the job, you can exclude the job, doesn't matter, comma. And then our criteria is this cell. Don't type director, please don't. You already have it, just select it as a reference, close bracket. So in this case, we only got one director, which is here. And we're going to copy paste the formula. So that means that we have to make this range absolute because we're going to copy paste. If you don't make it absolute, when you copy paste, it will change, it will move down. So in this case, see, the range is fixed and then the criteria changes because it's relative reference. Then for experience here, so we're going to use this. We're going to calculate how many of people here, how many of them got less than 5 years of experience. So again, count if, highlight this, comma. The criteria now you're going to type, so you must have a quotation mark. Less than 5, close bracket. So I'm going to put absolute referencing for the range and then paste. The criteria here we're going to change more than or equals to 10. Save. This is what you get. Okay, let's continue with task 20K. So open the file, which is this one. We are going to continue. Add a new category in D2. New label. It's category. Put a formula here to display very experienced for employees with 10 years or more. So E experience is more than or equals to 10, then they are very experienced. Cannot put any space, don't put small e. First bracket. If not, if otherwise, put not experienced. Capital N. Enter. Resize. Replicate. Done. That's all. This is the function. Gonna continue. Change the formula in D3. We are just gonna change. Not experienced if less than 5 years of experience. Experienced if they have 5 years or more. Very experienced if 10 years or more. So we have this greater than or equals to 10. They are very experienced. If it is not greater than or equals to 10, then we can do the testing again. Nested if means you need to have if inside if. If, again this one, we can go with greater than or equals to 5. Then we can put experienced. If not, not experienced. You can do this, or you can straight put less than 5, not experienced, otherwise very experienced. You can do this, or another method, let me put it aside. Another way of doing it is this way. Less than 5, less than 5, it's gonna be not experienced. Otherwise, if it's not less than 5, then it's experienced in this way. Let me remove this, then you can see the function. Resize the page. Okay, this is the logic, and this is the other way. So replicate, save, done. Okay, we are done with 20L. 20M, they want you to insert total experienced for in A34 here. Total experience for colon, and I label programmer, and then engineer. So insert a formula in cell B35 using both absolute and relative referencing to calculate the number of years experience for the programmers. So we're gonna add, because here the title is total experience, so we're gonna add the years of experience for all the programmers here. Yeah, we're gonna add it up. So the answer should be 36.2. So to add its sum, but what kind of sum we're gonna use? We're gonna use sum if with a condition. The range is this range, the words that you want to check. The criteria is programmer. Sum range is the number that you want to add in. That means they will check, okay, programmer, they'll plus, programmer, they'll plus, analyst, they'll skip, and this one skip. Until they reach programmer again, then they will plus. Enter. Okay, that is 6.2. So they say must have absolute and relative. So we can copy paste, but when we copy paste, the range will change. But this one have to change. It has to be A36 when we copy paste. This one we don't want to change, so we're gonna put $sign, make it absolute referencing. Oops, copy paste. This is what we get. So we are done with 20M. 20AB. Open the file that you saved in 20M. Format cell D. So I'm just going to highlight like this. If it contains text, okay, conditional formatting. Contain equal to, first one is not, follow exactly, not experienced. It has to have break background. That's okay, okay. If it contains experienced, contain equals to experienced, then it's going to be orange background. And next one, very experienced. Oops, contain equals to, don't put quotation mark, then they won't read. You get error, just type, then put green. This is what we have. If it's not working, then check here. Maybe here you put accidentally a space, then it won't sometimes read. Okay, example here, right? This is very experienced. I put a space after very experienced. See, it's not reading because there's a space. So check this part. And then if it's not working, spacing okay, check spelling. Okay, next one. Save always. Okay, apply foreground colors. That means your words has to be fully visible. Huh? If let's say your red is too dark, maybe you change the font color of your red. Save this. Next, we're gonna open. Okay, let me put the question number. Equals to Q6. We need to open jobs. With the whole sheet. Only one. Paste. So we can close. No. Size. Save. Okay, insert formula in description. Where is description? Here. Column to look up and display the job title using the job code. So this is the job code, this is the job title. So if it is 5, then it should be programmer. So that means our information is from this table and it's a horizontal table. Yeah, so it's going to be H lookup. Our lookup value is this. We are looking for 5, comma, from where? From this table, comma, which row we want to return? We want the second row as the answer, and false. We want the exact match. And make sure you make your range absolute. If not, it will change. Duplicate. Size 6. Okay, done. Oh, this is Q7.1. So we have Q7.2. We're going to open task.csv. Insert the formula in current task column to look up the client. Look up the client using the task code for the lookup value and the file client. Let's open client first and see what we have. Make sure that you use both absolute and relative referencing within your function. Oh, okay. So we have task code here. Sorry. Task code is here. And we want the current task. We want to look up for the client. So based on the code number here. It's a vertical table, so it's going to be VLOOKUP. We are looking for the code number, which is 6, comma, from this table, comma, we want the second column, the client name, answer, and false. So close this, don't save. See, when I close, the name become long. So if you don't want your file name to be this long, your formula to be this long, just open that file. Okay, right, that's all. Save. We have relative and absolute referencing. Relative here, absolute here. So we are good to go. Next one, open task 20O. 20O is this one. Okay. What they want? Open already. Select from all the data only the employee who are currently working on the jobs bin account. So we're going to filter. So when they say extract, or find certain information, you're just gonna filter. Filter, unselect all this. So this one. That's okay. That's how you filter. Or you can also type. You can go here and you can type contains or equal to more accurate if the whole cell. You know what's it's gonna be. So next one, open file. Select from all the data only the employee where the task code is between 3 and 6 inclusive. So this is just an exposure. So I'm going to clear the filter. So task code filter is between. Inclusive, that means you need to include between 3 and 6. Okay. Let me arrange. So include 3 and 6 already. I sorted it. Easy to see, to find if the number is there or not. So that's how you do filter if they want to find in between numbers. Okay, next. They didn't ask us to save a specific name, right? Because they are asking us to open by the 20.0, so that means the original one. Save. Next one, select from the data all the employees who are currently working on jobs for, okay, this too, except. So basically, we choose this one and this one, except for these two names. So we choose this, and then the name, we uncheck John, Sean. We don't want these two people. So this is how you do filter. You can do filter on more than one column, definitely. So let's clear filter, clear filter. Let me continue to show how to do 20B. Select from all the data only the employee who has the name that contains 2-character O with apostrophe. So specific characters contains O apostrophe. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so that's how you find if there's contains or not. Okay, uncheck 20W. Select from all data only the employee who have the first name that has a first name that has the second and third letter EA. Okay, so let's try. Okay. So that means the first letter can be anything, and then EA. Like in Microsoft Access, when you do can be anything in front, we put asterisk. But in Excel, we put question mark. Anything, question mark, EA. I put one question mark because the first letter can be anything, right? Because there's only the second and third letter, they got specific character that they want. So equal. So this is how you do. Okay, save. Okay, that is until question 8. So 8. Thank you, 9. I'm gonna open host. It is. Oops, sorry. Put it here. Doesn't need this. Okay. So we're gonna format cell A1, A1, D1, D3, and G3. I use Control to select like this, so that the font is bold, Control B, and then the size is 14. Enter. Plus, we're gonna resize. Now see the exchange. Format all the numeric cell in row 2 to its respective currency. Oh, so here it's going to be euro. So I put pound. Japan is yen. See here got yen or not. If no, then you choose from here. Okay, we have Japanese here. It was at the top. I missed. Equal. Okay, save. Then format all the numeric cell in column C and D into pound sterling with 2 decimal place. So just highlight this. Pound. Oh, this one wrong. This is euro. Okay, save. And then E5 to E15. I press shift. This is euro. When you choose accounting or currency from here, they'll automatically give you 2 decimal place. You don't need to worry about that. E5 to E here, it's gonna be yen. Sorry, my mistake, I didn't highlight properly. Okay, next one, G5 to G15 percentage. If you want any decimal place, you can increase or decrease here, or you can change from here. By default, it's 0. So save. So that's all. We are done with task.